Hey, what's going on, everybody? Justin here, and we're going to be doing my final video about all the series that I didn't complete. I've done a video on just like kind of listing all 18 of them, now 19. Then I did a video on my favorites, and then kind of the middle ones, and now we're on to the bottom third of the series that I started but haven't finished yet. And I need you guys to kind of tell me if I should continue on with them or not. I got, let's see, one, two, three, four, five, six books there. I'm going to do four of the kind of lesser known-ish ones, I suppose, and then there's two fairly popular series I'm going to end with that I want you guys to basically tell me to just either keep reading, it gets better, or basically just drop it. So let's just get started. Alright, I read The Six Gun Tarot by R.S. Belcher, because I kind of liked flintlock fantasy and like Western fantasies and that sort of thing. This one was just so insane, though. There was so much going on. Like it takes place in like out west, in like like the Wild West in 1800s. But I mean, it's all just all over the place. I mean, there's magic. There's like shapeshifters. There's like I said, that tentacle porn monster from under the earth. There's like tons of different cults. We got like angels and like demonic warfare going on. We got so much going on. It was just like completely insane. Though the cover on the second book, Shotgun Arcana, looks pretty swag, so I might pick that one up at least. I think there's three books in the Golgotha trilogy. But like I said, I did like it. Literally was just so much going on, and there's probably like I want to say around 10-ish points of view throughout the chapters, I would say. So, like I said, it's just kind of crazy, and like, also, there's like kind of like bringing people back from the dead using like science and technology and stuff too. That's like a thing as well. So, I'm not sure. I'm just not even sure what I'm supposed to be even thinking about this. I don't know if we kind of pull things together in the next two, or if we're just going to keep adding more insanity to the insanity. So, yeah, I'm not quite sure. I'll leave the link to this review down below. My most recent finish was the first book in the Song for No Man's Land trilogy, which was A Song for No Man's Land. Listened to that one on audiobook, and then I had Return of Souls, which is the second book in the trilogy. And the reason I picked it up was it's a World War One fantasy, which is really cool for me just because I like studying and reading about World War One. I had no idea what was going on with the first one. I actually kind of liked the characters in the first one because you kind of had sort of the different aspects of what World War One was doing to people. Basically had like kind of the guy that's like basically just gets like numb to everything and doesn't really care, doesn't really have a life besides the war. Then you have one that like basically is glorying in like the conflict and the killing and the warfare, and then one who doesn't want to be there. So I mean, you have a lot of cool different facets of how basically people changed during the course of the war. But there was so many. There was a bunch. There was like a whole string of flashbacks were like interconnected, and I had no idea really what was going on with those flashbacks. To be honest, so I'm hoping this one. I'll probably continue on at least with this one because it's a fairly short read, as you can see. I'm hoping this one kind of brings it together a little bit, so I actually know what is going on with like kind of the magical stuff because there's sort of these basically magical. How do I describe it? They're not. They're kind of described as like monsters or something, but there's these things that are hunting the main character throughout like the trenches and stuff, and he always has to like come into contact with them and try to escape them and stuff. But you don't really have any idea really what they are, to be honest. Even though he kind of fights them off numerous times, you don't really know what's going on there. So I'm hoping maybe the second and third book kind of bring that together a little bit. One that I read that was just kind of meh for me was The Dark Tide, and it's the first book in the Iron Tower trilogy. I do have all three books because I think they were $1 or $1.50 or whatever piece, so I got like the whole trilogy for like $5 at a used bookstore. I just really like the artwork on the covers, and they all kind of match. It's essentially just like a huge Lord of the Rings, basically copycat type thing. I won't call it a ripoff like a lot of people do on Goodreads and stuff, because there are some unique elements, but you can definitely see like a lot of the same kind of characters and everything. Like I said, the Warrows are essentially hobbits, except they can fight and stuff. I don't know, I wasn't really feeling it, and like I said, it was just kind of, there were so many elements that were super similar. Like I said, there's like an Aragorn type character, there's Hobbit type characters, there's like a Dark Lord character. So I mean, it's all very similar, I guess. But yeah, I don't know if I'm going to continue on with the next two. I might, just because I already have them. Just tell me what you guys think. Alright, one, I think I might have been a little bit too hard on in the... I think I read this in the first... Well, maybe it was either January or February. It was way at the beginning of the year. It was The Grim Company by Luke Skull. I think I was a little bit too hard on it now, looking back, probably. I think I will probably continue on this one, which was Sword of the North. I think I'm going to continue on with that one, but for me, the main character is just super annoying. The good thing is there's 2 or 3 kind of points of view going on. One is really cool. Broder Kane is kind of like this like old barbarian type. He's cool. Devers Cole, on the other hand, is literally just the cringiest character like I've ever read. Literally, there's probably like 20 passages in the first half of the book where he's talking about how he's gonna be the hero. Literally, like that is like literally the words. He like talks about how he's a hero. He's gonna be the hero. Blah 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 blah. Everyone thinks of him as a hero. Blah 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 blah. It was just, basically, but. There were some really cool elements I haven't seen in some of the other books that I've read. Probably most notably is there was sort of a divine war that happened sometime in the past, and the bodies of the deities and gods and stuff literally fell into like the world, the mortal world, basically, and they're part of the environment. And for example, like the basically ooze like this like magical essence that a bunch of like sorcerer type people need. Basically as a natural resource to keep surviving. So there is some competition over sort of the natural resources of these gods that have like fallen to the ground. So that's kind of a really interesting concept. So I think I'll definitely continue at least with the next one, I want to say. But like I said, one of the characters was just really annoying. I'm just hoping he gets a little bit not as annoying, I guess, in the next book. And maybe Broder Kane becomes more of the like kind of defocused character. I think he was like one of the focus characters in this one as well. But he is the Sword of the North, or at least that's like one of the titles that he basically people refer to him as in this first book. And since that's the title of the second book, hopefully he gets like a more prominent, an even more prominent role. Okay, so those are 4 of the books that are kind of maybe a little bit less well known. And now let's go on to the 2 more controversial ones that I might drop. And let's start with the first one, which is one of the first fantasy books I've read, and it was Kings of the Wild, and it's part of the Bane series now. The second book just came out, Bloody Rose, and lots of people seem to really like it. I don't know. I know it's meant to be kind of, it is a comedy book, essentially, and it's more, how do I say, it doesn't take itself super seriously, which in a way is a good thing, but I honestly just thought a lot of the comedy was kind of, I don't know, just kind of really slapstick, and I didn't really care for it all that much. But everyone is like raving about Bloody Rose, like tons of people, so I don't know if I should keep going with it, but I have a feeling it's going to be sort of the same exact sort of cutout, just in a different perspective with the other characters. So yeah, if you've read Kings of the Wild and want to read Bloody Rose, or if you've read both of them, leave some comments down below. Tell me what you guys think. This is the one I'm definitely contemplating the most about, because like I said, it definitely has potential, but I honestly just didn't care for that sort of just sort of nonchalant writing style, I guess. And the last one, which will also be definitely a questionable one, is Andrzej Sapkowski's The Last Witch. Is the first book in like the Witcher series, and this is also an insanely super mega popular series that most people seem to really enjoy. I personally like short stories, and the first 2 books are basically just short story collections regarding Geralt the Witcher. I just didn't really care for it. Like, it's just so much talking. Literally half of the book must be just dialogue, so I just didn't care for it. I mean, I don't know if it was in a novel format like most of the later books are. I don't know if that would help things along, but from what I've heard from other people, it's basically there's still just a lot of talking going on. But to me, I like characters. Characters are like, that's my favorite thing about fantasy books, but I don't like just talking, I guess, if that makes any sense. But yeah, I know lots of people have read at least some of these books. Yeah, leave some comments down below. Tell me if I should continue on with the Witcher series, or if I should just drop it here. Like I said, this is like kind of the one I want to read, I guess, but I know I probably won't enjoy it that much if it's exactly the same as like these first short story type books. So yeah, just tell me what you guys think. So those are the 6 kind of bottom-ish trilogies that series that I've started this year but haven't finished. And I don't know. Yeah, like I said, I don't know if I'm going to continue on with those. Probably the ones that I already have the sequels to. I think there's like 3 there that I already have at least the next book in the series. I'll probably just give those a go just because I already have it. But yeah, if you guys think I should continue on, tell me which ones you think and which ones I should drop. Leave some comments down below. I'll be glad to talk to you guys and see what you guys think. And whatever you guys are reading, always remember, read victoriously.